Greetings from the National Weather Service Chicago office in Romeoville. This is Matt here, and it is Tuesday morning, February 4th. We really appreciate you joining us for this multimedia weather briefing. We're going to be covering a system that's bringing winter weather to a huge part of the country, and we'll focus in here on northern Illinois and northwest Indiana. And looking at the local impacts, the main one is accumulating snow across the entire area, with the more appreciable amounts as you head further south, particularly south of Interstate 80 and even south of the Kankakee River Valley. The timing for the snow that far south, it'll begin this afternoon. For most areas, it'll begin towards sunset and lasting through Wednesday morning. In those areas that also experience blowing and drifting snow, that'll become a problem later on tonight and potentially into Wednesday morning. And together that will create hazardous travel in places. Here's a look at the early morning radar, and you can see the expansive nature of this weather system. The center of this is down in Texas and will move northeast well south of the area. However, the forcing for precipitation with us will expand well northward, as you can already see. Even at this early hour towards Kansas City and Missouri, you're starting to see snow bands develop. These will translate northeast, and already by early to mid-afternoon, we expect an area of snow to develop likely near the Interstate 74 corridor, and that will ease its way northward. So communities such as Gibson City, Watseka, Fowler, Pontiac, these areas will likely see snow develop as early as noon and potentially become heavy already by mid-afternoon. So something to keep in mind here, and is the main area of focus for this afternoon. So snow will spread slowly north this afternoon into early evening as you reach far northern Illinois. This is favored to arrive during the early evening rush hours in Chicago and Rockford, the mid to latter stages. The snow will persist all night across the entire area. This will taper in intensity on Wednesday morning. Again, the snow could be heavy at times south of Interstate 80, and that includes those areas south of the Kankakee River Valley, and that's where we expect the highest accumulations. Now, we are expecting some lake enhancement into southeast Wisconsin and northeast Illinois, including Lake County, Illinois, the far north metro of Chicago, particularly overnight into early Wednesday morning. And that will lead to some boosted snowfall totals, at least slightly in that area. Again, winds will be increasing as that storm system heads northeast. They'll be gusting 15 to 25 miles per hour in especially the open areas. That will lead to some blowing and drifting of this freshly fallen snow. This will have impacts to the Wednesday morning commute more than likely. Even though the snowfall intensity is tapering, the commute follows a night where it will have snowed all night long. And again, there will be some blowing snow as well in places. So collectively, that'll likely lead to some longer travel time. So something to plan ahead for. Again, we talked about how the storm system impacts a huge part of the country. The pink and purple colors indicate winter weather headlines from us in the National Weather Service. They cover over a dozen states there. As we zoom into the local area, we'll see we have a winter storm warning that goes into effect at noon today. A winter weather advisory along the Interstate 80 corridor goes into effect at 3 p.m. And then as we head north to the heart of Chicagoland, the Interstate 88 corridor, and up in Lake County, Illinois, that goes into effect at 6 p.m. All of these headlines run until noon on Wednesday. Looking at snowfall forecast accumulations, you can see that 5 to 8 inches are expected in the winter storm warning area. For the advisory area, we expect 2 to 4 inches in northern areas, 3 to 5 in southern areas. Again, some lake enhancement is possible towards some of those upper end amounts, especially along the Lake County, Illinois shore. Lesser amounts expected towards the Rockford area. So just to recap, again, snow spreads north slowly this afternoon, and the main time for snow area-wide is tonight. That includes Chicago and Rockford. Blowing snow may develop overnight and more than likely will in the open areas and into Wednesday morning. Snow arriving during the rush hours. Light snow lingers into Wednesday morning, and there again is your total snowfall forecast. Here are some tips on safety, especially if you need to travel, along with some websites to follow for road conditions. Again, it is Tuesday morning, February 4th. We appreciate you joining us for this multimedia weather briefing. Stay tuned to our website, weather.gov/Chicago, for the latest information on this storm system, as well as any possible changes in headlines. You can also get the latest forecast there, including hourly forecast conditions if you just type in your city or your zip code there, or click on the map. Also follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for more information.